Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and it is our BrickWall Horror Month. Where all month long we're gonna be talking about horror movies and horror specials. All over here on not Facebook, over here on YouTube and over on our Instagram channel. So make sure you check those out, man. It's been really fun so far. Make sure you subscribe to our social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, where we do the Last BrickWall podcast as well as some gaming, and Instagram, where we do the mini reviews for other movies that we'll be talking about for the month. So I mentioned that this has been a really great month so far. I've watched a pretty good amount of movies, some pretty good ones, some not so great, but let me tell you, this movie that I'm about to talk to y'all about right now, I was floored. Okay, I was completely floored. The movie I'm talking about is the first Omen. Oh my gosh, this movie came out. Let's see, this movie came out. It came out earlier this year. It came out April 5th of this year. It was directed by Arkasha Stevenson, and it stars. Where's the cast list right here? I just had it. It stars Nell Tiger Free. That's an awesome fucking name. Nell Tiger Free. Yo, Tiger. Maria Caballero, Nicole Soros, Ralph Ineson, and Bill Nye is in this as well. So a whole bunch of other people in this. This is a prequel to the Omen movies. This shows pretty much the conception of sorts. Yeah, this follows like the birth of Damien, who is, you know, the Antichrist in the Omen movies. Fun fact, I've never seen any of the Omen movies, but I will say after watching this one, I want to see the Omen movies, because if this movie is any indication, then Damien must have been raised in all types of fucking hell, because there is no way they went through all this for Damien to come out and say, I'm the Antichrist. Like, no fucking way. So this movie right here, fucking insane, dog. Like, this movie is fucking insane. So it follows this girl. She used to be like I'm getting chills starting to talk about it, because, like, oh my gosh, this movie traumatized. I'm not, before I even get into talking about like the details of the movie, this movie freaking traumatized me, okay? I'm sitting here, I just started sweating, just started thinking about some of the stuff in this movie. Bro, like, I'm about to call a lifeline, so I don't have to do this alone. Like, yo, this is, man, this movie right here, yo, like, I cannot even fathom, like, I was not going into this movie expecting that. Because if y'all watch, I just review Immaculate, which is practically the exact same plot, give or take a couple of fine details, right? Like, this is like Immaculate. This is what I expected to see of Immaculate in a way. Like, this is where I thought Immaculate was probably gonna go. But Immaculate kind of was like, Immaculate is the lead into this movie. You feel me? Like, not like literally, but like, if you wanted to watch this movie, watch Immaculate first to see how you feel about some of the stuff that's in Immaculate. And if you can make it past Immaculate and be perfectly fine with some of the lengths they go to in that, granted, like I said, it does kind of go in a different direction. This one, if you can kind of make it through that, this one right here is fine, but it also freaking escalates out of freaking control. Like, y'all think I'm playing right now, but I am. Oh, hold on, because yo, look, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, right? I do these reviews live, right? I literally just text our EP and said, yo, you want to hop in on this, because I am scared right now. Like, this movie really had me effed up all day long. I watched this movie last night, and it's just like, so, all right. So let me tell you what it's about. So it starts off with, you know what I'm saying, the girl, the main character, her name is Margaret, right? So Margaret, she goes back to pretty much work in her nunhood, you know, at the Catholic school or establishment that she was raised up at, right? So she was raised up there. She's working there, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's so good to have you back." Blah blah blah. You know, remember when you were younger here? Da 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 da. Right? And she gets there, and you know, so a couple of little weird things going on, but she hasn't really, you know, paid much attention to it. It's just little stuff. Who cares? Nothing serious. And I will say, as you're watching this movie, the beginning is a little slow. It's a little slow, it's a little low pace. There's a lot of, not a lot of, but there's a good amount of exposition going on. And then you get to the part where Margaret goes out with her nun roommate. I'm gonna say nun roommate just because I want to say the word nuns. Goes out with her roommate. They go to a party, kind of have like a nun night out. Shh, be quiet, don't tell anybody. We're still gonna follow some of the rules, but we're just gonna be outside a little bit. Don't ask me why I did all that. I don't know. So they go there, they you know what I'm saying, they turn up a little bit, and then next thing you know, you just see Margaret waking up in bed, freaking spider crawling down off her face, which all I'm gonna say is that spider holds significance. I'm not going to tell y'all how, but the fucking spider holds significance, and that tripped me the fuck out. So after that, you know what I'm saying, spider crawls down the face, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, so Margaret is walking throughout the facility that she's in. Mind you, before all that, she meets up with this young girl named Carlita. And Carlita is like, you know, she kind of got like this weird warning about Carlita. Hey, be careful around her. You know, bad things happen when she's around. So, you know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, well, I don't believe that. Carlita's just a girl. Like, why is she, you know what I'm saying? Y'all put her in the bad room. What y'all put her in the bad room for? Like, don't do that to her. Like, she's, you know what I'm saying? She's just a kid. She probably doesn't know any better. Blah, 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 right? Man, let me tell you something. She go walking down this hall. Margaret go walking down this hall, right? This after she talked to Carlita. And I'm not going to spoil a lot for y'all, but all I'm saying is there's a scene in this movie that I'm going to talk about in the most vague way possible. It is a birth. And that is that. Listen, if you got a weak stomach, if you got a weak stomach, if you can't take a lot of certain imagery, I would suggest maybe you tiptoe into this scene. But if you have no problem with that type of stuff and whatnot, then yeah, go right into the scene. Stick with it. Stick with the entire scene from beginning to end, because the ending of this fucking scene, oh my God. Oh my God. And after that, after the birth scene, I'm like I said, I'm not going to say nothing about what really happened. After the birth scene, family, this movie takes a left turn. Like, she saw whatever happened during that birth scene, and she watched the lady give birth and whatnot. Immediately after that scene, now see, I watched it on Hulu. That's where I watched it on, and I had ads on Hulu. If it wasn't for that ad break that happened right after the birth scene, I would have been freaked out even more, because the movie goes and says, oh yeah, well, that birth, whatever you saw there, man, it's all right, you know, whatever. They gaslight the fuck out this girl. And then like the rest of the movie, bro, oh my gosh, hold on. We about to get the EP up in here, bro, because like, oh my gosh, bro, the rest of this movie from the birth on down to the ending of this freaking movie, bro, it had me losing my mind. Like, I'm sitting there looking at some of this stuff, and I'm like, yo, I'm actually like, it was a part where, you know how horror movies, they do like this, it's like it get mad quiet, and you see something creepy going on in the back, and you know that jump scare is about to come. Man, this movie had me like really freaking excuse me, this movie had me horrified. Like, I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, I was in disbelief. I was in shock. I was like, oh my God, this movie is going places I did not even expect it to go. Like, you could not have told me. You could not have had me believe that this movie was going to be this good. Like, after the birth scene, I was like, I had to look it up. I had to Google it. I said, yo, what is the Rotten Tomatoes score on this? Because I need to know if I'm about to get hype over a hidden gem, or if I'm about to get hype over something that everybody was hype at. And man, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what the Rotten Tomato rating was later on, right? As soon as I gush a little bit more about this film, I'm gonna tell y'all what the Rotten Tomatoes score was later on. But man, some of the stuff that happens, man, like, oh my goodness. And then it's like when you get to certain parts of the movie, right? Like there's the twist that happens. The twist is fucking bonkers. Yo, and then it's like you get to see how everything was playing out the whole time. Yo, everything that happened in this movie happened intentionally. Everything was a plan, was a plot, all of that. It was, man, it was crazy. This movie was wild. This movie was wild. I think our EP is ready. EP, you ready back there? You ready back there? Nod your head if you're ready back there, EP. All right, okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, the EP is here. The EP is here. Hold on, come on, there we go. Hey, what's up, EP?
Hey,
Your face usually shrouded in mystery.
I know. I was like, let me try something different.
All right, well then do you go off, sis? Go off. So I was telling people about how insane this movie was. Like I was telling how I got chills starting to talk about it. Like I started to get like real scared up here in this little studio room. Like I was like, I can't do this alone. Like I really started sweating. I've been traumatized all day long. Even the music of the movie had. Like, I was hearing
On
that
that
all
one
day.
part, that one part just stuck with you.
Yo, listen, it was more than that. Like even freaking what the heck? Yo, it was one shot where I was freaking out because I like cinematography. Like we all know that I'm somebody who enjoys good cinematography. I'm somebody who one of the reasons I love film because I used to work with cameras, I used to do all types of stuff like that. So I love good cinematography. There's a shot in this movie. It's like a drone shot or something, and it was just like the way the camera was moving, all that, it was going off. I'm sitting there, I was like, yo, this is going off. This movie is wild. This movie is insane right now, yo. Like, I just, yo, I couldn't believe how I just couldn't. I couldn't believe how crazy this movie was going. B, what you got to say about this movie? I'm gushing about this, but let's hear some of your thoughts. What do you got to say about it? Without spoiling it,
Uh,
obviously.
Sometimes you gotta look at the context clues inside of the movie. Like, I don't know, think some things were obvious, like the first jump scare that they gave you, because it has you thinking like, why would she, why would she hang her stuff up on the wall like that?
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of like I knew something was gonna pop out, and of course I closed my eyes because it was creepy.
Yeah, it was a lot of moments like that, and like she said, like I mentioned earlier with the spider, like the spider has a lot of significance. And I was looking up stuff about this movie. Every shot of a spider is of significance. Like even paintings you see on the wall, significance. Everything, like
Yep.
there's a lot of context clues. There's a lot of Easter eggs hidden in this movie that's going to tell you, yo, strap in. Like we're gonna tell you to strap in, but I tell you to strap in. Like you got to pay attention because
And
in this
when
one part. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying, when she has like those images that pop across her head, just remember those because you're gonna
Oh
see
my
them.
gosh, yo, because I wish I could tell y'all. Because it's just one part. There are parts in this movie where she starts to freak out, right? Like she starts to
Hmm.
freak out because she starts to become aware of whatever entity is out there. And those parts when she does that, yo, this actress acts her ass off because she felt like because her character is kind of like quiet. She's like real quiet, kind of like real low key and stuff like that. But when she
Definitely trying to
starts,
play the nun for real.
yeah, like when she gets these damn when Margaret gets these damn um views and visions or whatever of these entities that are around.
Right.
Dog, she be ah, like it's so like, and I'm like, I'm sitting there like, oh my god, like this movie is insane. Like
It froze.
This thing is really like, this is wild. And now that I think about it, sir, wow, yo, this chick was freaking, oh my gosh, she did it. That's all I'm gonna say. She did that. Like, as an actress, she bodied that. As a character in the movie, somebody help. I don't even know if somebody can help her at this point. Like, what it, and the implications for me watching that was horrifying. And that's why it's like stuck in my, it's horrifying. And that's like within like what, like the last 15 or 20 minutes of the movie?
Yeah, kinda. Cause it
But
like
no,
kind of, some things just pop out and then it'll get normal and then it'll get crazy, and then at the end when everything starts to come together and stuff starts to, she figures everything out, it just goes
mhm,
downhill. Like it's just a
that
spiral
movie
of craziness.
goes, all right, we've been getting y'all ready this whole time. Whoosh, like you on the roller coaster. Like you are on the roller coaster. You done took the drop. You done went on the loop-de-loops. You done went upside down, sideways, all types of stuff. You've been on the road. You are officially on the ride. That last chunk of that movie, that third act after that twist. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, man. I just like this has to easily be my favorite horror movie since 2022, since I saw Fresh. And y'all know I was geeking about Fresh. If y'all been long-time viewers of the channel, y'all know I was geeking about Fresh. Fresh was one of the best movies I saw horror-wise that year and since. Like, Fresh has always been in my top 5 horror movies. Terrifier 2 has too. When I saw Terrifier 2, I did like that a lot. But Fresh was something that took me off guard, caught me in different places, like really took me on a journey. And this movie here is no different. This movie took me on a journey because I could not have expected from the birth scene on out through the rest of the movie. I could not have told, and like I've already said, I could not have predicted for 1 second how that birth scene was going to play out.
And what was my face? Terrified
Oh,
and disgusted
no,
at
come
the
on.
same time.
I was telling them that if it wasn't for the ad break on Hulu, yo, shout out to Hulu with ads. Y'all be playing the ads. But this is one where I was like, yo, thank God that there was an ad break because I might have just lost my mind. Like,
It
oh
was
man. But
terrifying and disgusting, and I was just like, oh God.
like, whatever y'all think it is, I promise you're wrong. Because you can't guess this one. You can't. Watch it because you can't guess it. You cannot possibly guess that. If you guess that, you crazy. I might need to put, I don't know. I might need to be careful around you if you guess it. I need to be careful around you. Like, yeah, this movie was, this was a freaking, this was a freaking movie. So, oh, you got anything else to say before I get into ratings?
No.
Yeah, this was one hell of a movie, man. I said earlier I would tell you guys what the ratings was on Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes just had 82%. IMDb 6.5 out of 10. Like, me personally, listen, I'm giving this movie, I'm giving it 4.9. 4.9 out of 5 stars, right? Like, it was really, really good. Some stuff was a little slow, admittedly. A lot of stuff was a little cliche, and you of course you get that. And then, like I said, coming off of watching Immaculate and then watching this movie, it kind of share kind of like the same kind of DNA, but of course it's different. And this movie, while it does kind of hinge on knowing certain things about the original Omen movie or movies, it also excuse me, it also tees it up to make you want to watch those Omen movies. Like, I've never been interested in watching the Omen a day in my life. Now I want to watch it. Like, so it's a testament. So, I mean, like I said, being nitpicky, I give it a 4.9 out of 5 stars as a movie. As a horror movie, oh baby, we at a 5. We are at a 5
A whole
star.
5?
For horror, yeah, because I'm still traumatized. This might be the first review ever where I bust something out of the 5-star rail and give it like a 5.3. Like, it's a 5.3 on scares. I was fucking horrified. I'm still traumatized. That's why I had to bring in the EP so I don't feel alone. Cause like, yo, let me leave this studio and something just fall. Like, you know, I'm gonna cry. Like, I was like, oh my god, like this, and it's not even scary. Just like there was no ghost or nothing walking around the corner. There was nothing like that. It's just the atmosphere of this movie. This movie is a lot of body horror, but like this is 5.5, 5.3, whatever I just said. This is a 5-star and above on the horror scale. This is the highest rated horror movie thus far. And I'm ready to see what else I'm strapping in for. I don't know if any other movie is going to reach these heights. I'm not going to hold you. I don't know if any other movie I watch is going to reach this height. But I'm anxious to find out. This, on the 13th day of October, is where BrickWall Horror starts to turn the fuck up. Like, are we getting there? I don't know. Like, I don't know. B, what's your rating for this?
I'll give it a 4, only because I had my eyes closed at certain points, mainly when the spiders were on. Oh, and then when the one part where the person was coming out the shadows, definitely had my eyes closed for that.
I was screaming on that. I was like, no, come on, just get over it. Just get it over with. Just get it over with.
I was like, tell me when it's over. I'll open my eyes. Like, so yeah, a 3. No, I'm sorry, a 4. 4 for rating.
Okay, you give it a 4 as a horror movie or just a 4 as a movie?
4 as a movie, as a horror movie. Again, because I had my eyes closed, we'll do a 4.3.
4.3. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Listen, this is really high up on the scale for me, man. I can't say enough. I absolutely enjoyed this movie, The First Omen. It is now available to stream on Hulu. If you have it with ads, be thankful that you're paying for that because I don't know if this one you can watch all the way through, man. I don't know. But yeah, this was great. I really had a great time watching this. So yeah, so that's it. Shout out to the EP over there for popping out and showing niggas. Yeah, appreciate y'all. So that's it, man. Just if you enjoyed this review, just make sure you hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel. You already subscribe. Follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. And until next time, y'all, we out of here. And just I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all on the side. I'll be safe now. You know, I got Santa Maria. Santa Maria. I was like, this is why I watch the movies now. All right, y'all. Until next time, be spooky, stay scary. Peace. Oh.